Hello. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about us and our beliefs. I am observing that we have come to a place of where we have been identifying ourselves with our beliefs for so long, we can no longer distinguish the difference between who we are and what we believe. And from my understanding, the two are not the same. Our beliefs help us make choices in life and determine the way we conduct our lives. But ultimately, we are not our beliefs. It's a little bit like wearing a favorite shirt. You know, we like it, it's comfortable, it expresses our fashion sense, it fits, we take it off, wash it, put it back on again because we like it so much. But we are not our shirt. Our beliefs are a lot more external than we have accustomed to perceive them to be. Let me give you a personal example. About 25 years ago, so I had a basic faith in Christ, and I owned the New Testament, which was an accomplishment for me. And at the same time, I knew nothing about the restored gospel and the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith. And after I joined the church, that changed. And I had more understanding. My beliefs changed. I had more light and truth in my life, and I was very grateful for that. Since then, my understanding and my life have been expanded, and I'm grateful for that also. And they include more that have been added upon in addition to what I believed previously. But on the core level, my essence, who I am, has not changed because it cannot. Who we are, our I am, is unchangeable because it is eternal. And more importantly, I have not felt that the Lord loved me any less at any point of my journey. He did not look down at me for having less previously, and He has loved me the same, whether I've had less or more. And I think that's that's what the Lord is like. It doesn't judge us as we are making this journey of accruing more light and more truth as we accumulated and assimilated into ourselves. A few years ago, we traveled as a family to the Maldives. And the Maldives is a beautiful place just south of India. And beautiful white, sandy, pristine beaches. And what I didn't know about the Maldives at the time until we got there was that it is a predominantly Muslim country. They're extremely family-oriented. Women are modestly clad. I'm not sure if they're polygamist or not. I could not discern. But as we were interacting with those beautiful people, I realized that regardless of what their belief systems might be, regardless of how their system is different than than mine or anyone else's. On the core level, on the universal level, there is no difference between us and them. There's no difference between the way they love each other and love their families. There's no difference between us and them in the way they conduct their lives and do the daily things, between the way they eat dinner or play soccer, make sandcastles on the beach. So our beliefs are largely a product of our environment and our experience. And I think sometimes it's hard for us to recognize. Some of us are born into burqas, and some of us are born into luscious fur coats or loincloths or sulus, whatever. But we cannot look at someone and blame them for having been born into a burqa, or rather we can, but only if we're willing to be blamed for having been born into a garment. The Lord holds space for all of us as we make our progression along the light spectrum. And sure, some beliefs might be more light-filled than others on the spectrum. And I'm not suggesting that one should abnegate whatever point of the spectrum they find themselves at. But the fact of the matter is, the Lord loves everyone equally. And He does not judge one for having less, for being further on the light spectrum than someone else. He doesn't compare. He holds space for all of us. And I think it's a very healthy way for us to be, and perhaps should be our goal, is to hold space for everyone, wherever they might be. We tend to focus on the things that make us different, and we perceive that as our individuality. We want to hold on to that. But like I say, on the universal level, we're the same, and we can choose to focus on the things that make us unique and separate, or we can choose to focus on the things that make us the same. I feel like the Lord and the Elohim that are so involved in all aspects of our lives, that are always with us and see us the way we are just there and here, waiting for us patiently to look at each other and really at anyone that we interact with, directly or indirectly, and say, I am you, you are me, and to really feel it and believe it, internalize it. And I believe that is how oneness is created, is when we focus on the things that unite us, not on the things that make us different. It's like peeling an onion. You take off a few outer shells and you get back to the core, and then the inside, all onions are the same. There are a few other things that sometimes create an illusion of separateness for us. I have loved over the years the great giant Leo Tolstoy, who said that all happy families are happy in the same way. all unhappy families are unhappy in their own way. And today I want to challenge the great giant that has been my mentor and disagree. Because on the universal level, joy is joy. But loneliness is loneliness. And regardless of how unique our journeys are and how uniquely painful, isolating our experience might seem to us, we're tempted to get into that shell of victimhood, of saying, well, nobody can understand what I'm going through. No one, my experience is so unique, no one can relate to this. But like I say, pain is still pain, healing is still healing, trauma is trauma, regardless of the illusion of uniqueness and separateness. The quote that resonates the most at the moment is one by Antoine Exupéry from The Little Prince, who said, "The essential things are only perceived with the heart." So my invitation today to myself and all of us is to make sure that we do not let our heads get bigger than our hearts, because that is the only way oneness can be created. Let's create some oneness, shall we? Namaste.